Hi, it's Jeff with MarineBeam.com. Today we're looking at the Thin-Lite Model 115 12-volt fluorescent light that you might have in your boat or in your camper or RV. This particular fixture is very popular. There's a few different models that are very similar, and they all use the 15-watt fluorescent T8 type bulb. And today we're going to replace it with the MarineBeam 18-inch replacement, and it's pretty easy to do. We're just going to do an overview here. Of course, remove the cover, and the Thin-Lite has a cheap little flimsy metal protector for the ballast. I'm going to go ahead and pull the bulb out here. You'll notice that this is an isotropic bulb, meaning that it throws light 360 degrees around or omnidirectionally. You'll also note, because of that, Thin-Lite has placed the tombstones on the end sideways. Normally those would be a straight drop in, but in this case with the fluorescent tube it doesn't matter. You can put it in sideways and the light is still going to project out the side. It's a little different when you're using an LED. LEDs are directional, so we've put a special feature on the end of our bulbs which allows you to rotate the orientation of the pins and still be able to fit it in the fixture and have the light going the right direction. While you'll receive the bulb from MarineBeam with the opposite orientation, just using a small Phillips jeweler's screwdriver you can remove the end caps and re-index them and tighten the end caps back down, and there's even a small keyway on the end cap to show you 90-degree orientation. So that was easy, just replace the bulb. You'll notice we've already made some cuts here, and that's because we don't need the ballast. All we did was we cut all the wires going to the ballast. We found the two wires coming from the power source going into the back of the fixture, so those would be your typical power leads going into the fixture. And what we did was we just wired it just like an incandescent. So we took the power wire, which is this black wire, goes to the switch, comes back from the switch and goes to just one end of the tombstone, or one wire on the end tombstone. Fluorescent normally has two. You only need one, so you just leave the other one as it is, and that's because our two pins are connected together on this end and together on this end, and in between are the LEDs. So power goes in the switch, comes back to the tombstone, goes through the LED just like it would on an incandescent, comes back down through this blue wire, and we've just connected the blue wire back to the ground wire that was originally part of the pigtail for the input of the 12 volts. So that's really all there is to it. Some people remove the ballast. You don't have to. It is nice to put the cover back on because you can see through the diffuser cover that you see all that wiring, etc. So now you just place the cover back on, turn on your power, and there you have a converted LED. It only takes about 5 minutes really to change this thing over, so it's not a big deal. That's it from MarineBeam. Stay tuned.